Every single morning, I pass by a Hyundai dealership on my way to the gym, and they've got a row of Santa Fe's outside of the dealership. And every time I pass that row, I think to myself, they really made this thing out of Lego blocks. But it still looks good. Except for the taillights. You could tell the taillights were sort of an afterthought, but everything else looks awesome. I actually wouldn't mind getting this thing as a rental. Actually, to be a bit more precise, I was considering getting one to put onto Turo, but after crunching the numbers on it, it turned out to be a terrible idea. And in this video, what I want to do is explain why exactly that is, using current sales and inventory data, the discount I would have targeted off MSRP, the lease program, and lastly, why it's definitely worth buying a used one. Are you ready? Let's go. Even though the Santa Fe was recently redesigned, for some odd reason, sales are down drastically. Since 2014, Hyundai has been selling just about 120,000 Santa Fe's every year, even clearing 130,000 last year. Yet right now, given they've only sold about 75,000, they may not even clear 100,000 by the end of the year. With 75,000 sold this year, it's really no comparison against the CR-V's 268,000 or the RAV4's 319,000. It's really more in line with the Rogue and the Forester. As far as inventory though, here's where things change up quite a bit. I'm going to be combining hybrid inventory into these numbers where applicable, so just FYI. Also, all these data points and figures I'm going to dish out are available for you by clicking here or the links in the description below. However, let me just explain how to use the data first before you go there. So right now, Hyundai has 21,000 Santa Fe's, but they have way more gas Santa Fe's than hybrids. And that could be reason number one why they're not selling as well as CR-V's and RAV4's. Right now, although Honda has 30,000 CR-V's, they aren't dealing with the same problem of actually selling them like Nissan is having with their 30,000 Rogues. Now, like I said, Santa Fe inventory is more gas engine heavy, with only 25% or so being hybrids and the rest being gas. Also, I do need to stress something that's very important, which is that inventory is split up with about 10,000 being 2024s and 7,000 being 2025s. So a better deal is going to happen on a 2024, and I'm going to be making my recommendations on 2024s. Going for a gas engine will get you a better deal given the supply and demand curve on them, and with some of them having hundreds of days on the lot, I think scoring the type of deal you and I both want is guaranteed on a gas engine. Trim by trim, we're seeing tons of calligraphies, like 40% of the total gas engine Santa Fe's. However, limited and SEL inventory isn't exactly low in comparison, making up about 20% of inventory for each. There is no way I could ever tell someone, go and get yourself a $50,000 Hyundai Santa Fe. For $50,000, there's probably other outrageously nice cars you can get from BMW or Mercedes, and realistically, I'm stretching big time by telling you, stick with a limited all-wheel drive. The one that I cherry-picked for this guide had an MSRP of $46,825. Now I know why they're not selling. The MSRPs on the ones they've got in stock are way too damn high. However, in their defense, though, I really don't think they should be considered in the same category. The inside of this thing feels like a freaking Range Rover. Why did they make this thing so nice? Like, I take it back. If you could get the deal I'm about to lay out in a few seconds, maybe consider a calligraphy. However, let's stick with this one. My target discount off this thing is about 8 to 10% off sticker. I'm gonna be relentless. I know sales are down. I know people want the hybrids. I know that I'll find a dealer willing to do this deal. Going after about 8% off sticker will land us at a selling price of $43,079 roughly. Now at the moment, Hyundai isn't really offering incentives. However, their promo APR offer is pretty decent on the Santa Fe. They are offering 2.99% promotional financing at 60 months on 2024s and 4.99% for 2025s. No rebates or dealer cash for buyers. Lease customers, it's a bit different, but not really that different for you. At the moment, the Santa Fe has a 64% residual at 36 months and 12,000 miles a year, and a 0.00237 money factor, which isn't exactly helping anything for them. Also, $750 in lease cash. Plugging this all into the lease calculator, assuming you got 8% off sticker, assuming you paid your inception fees due at start, and assuming you hit like and subscribe, we'd be talking about $531 a month. That's not including tax. That is the other reason why it's not selling. The lease sucks. What is that? That's terrible, dude. I don't even know if I would take this thing if I got like a 12% discount and it dipped into the high 400s. It's just terrible. Now, here's where things turned upside down. I switched my search to used, and holy cow, prices for these things have tanked. I ran a search for 2021 Santa Fe Limiteds with less than 40,000 miles, and you guys, wow. The typical one I saw was like $27,000 and had everything. When I say everything, I'm talking like ventilated seats, remote starter, nav, whatever everything you think might be, it had it. Again, you guys, a summary of everything I said in this video is available for you by clicking here. And if you found this information useful, please consider subscribing. At least like the video, will you? Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.